Morning! Welcome to the first day of our road trip. As you can see out there, looking a little gloomy. It pissed down rain all night, so we're in the middle of a massive storm. Didn't exactly pick the best day to start this road trip, but we're actually at Durdledore in Lulworth Cove, but they are charging £5 a day to park here, and I literally only want to be here an hour, so it seems extortionate. So we're not going to stop here. Drove around a little bit just to see what was out there, but hopefully we can find something better, free, or National Trust, since I do have a membership. So anyway, onwards. So far we've got a great start to this trip. Pissing down rain, flooded roads, turned around by the police because of a tree falling over on the road. Now to find our way around.
In 200 yards, turn left onto Wareham Road, A352.
Being demanded to do stuff by Google. Let's hope it gets better from here. I think it will. Morning, we are day 2 of the road trip. I just wanted to show you this behind me, as I didn't really get to show you anything yesterday other than a little bit of rain and ships through the fog, so and unfortunately today it's looking to be about the same. So this is where we camped last night. Not bad, a little noisy. Roads were a little busier than I was expecting. I finally got to get out and do something. This is what you see behind me, is Wembury Mansion. This mansion was designed in the late 1800s. It was built for Isaac Singer, who was the inventor of the Singer sewing machine. Unfortunately, he died before the original building was completed, but his son Paris Singer worked on the reconstruction, and it was actually modeled after the Palace of Versailles. And the eastern section was, I think, it plastered de Concorde from Paris, so quite an interesting thing. Unfortunately, most of the palace, or most of the mansion, has fallen into disrepair at this point. You can't actually get in, but the gardens are currently maintained by volunteers and they look really stunning. So we're gonna go have a look around. Definitely cool. We walked around the gardens a little bit there, so sadly it's not bad weather, and it's a shame that some place like the National Trust or National Heritage hasn't taken this over, because it's going to be a shame to see something like this fall into complete disrepair and just fall apart. You know, it should be one of those things that we need to protect. Alright, we're braving the weather a little bit. We're at Berry Head, which is the most designated heritage area in the Torbay area. Off the top of my head, I can know 4, which is a National Nature Reserve, a Scheduled Ancient Monument, a SSSI, and an area of special conservation. On top of that is also an area of special protection for the guillemots, which means that the boats cannot come into the cove during breeding season. You can see why this was picked as such a strategic location. Being Berry Head, we're surrounded on 3 sides by water. Definitely windy out here, pretty nasty, very exposed and unprotected, but very, very defendable position and with so many views. What we have in front of us is a Cold War rock bunker that from 1958 to 64, the Royal Observer Corps monitored the threat of a nuclear explosion from here. So here we got the observation post from 1943, which would have been World War II. What a view. You can see why it was, I mean, I've counted at least 3 wars that this has been used in. World War II, nuclear, Cold War, and Napoleonic War, World War II. That's 3, yeah. So we're gonna head back because it's getting nastier out here, and again, my camera's not waterproof, so we're gonna head back in and get warmed up. a bit, so we're gonna go check that out. Looks a little bit older than what we saw before. I don't know what this part is. Alright, so we're in the second fort that was built, one of two, to defend Bury Head. We came in over here, so there used to be a guardhouse. It was protected by a dry moat. Behind that were two prison cells, and behind that, back here, was the magazine where all the gunpowder was kept. And it was designed in such a manner that if the gunpowder exploded, the roof would give way, directing the explosion upwards and protecting the building. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, all this is Napoleonic Fort to protect Torbay from the threat of invasion from the French. Damn you, Napoleon. Bad boy. Pretty damn fascinating place. These slits in the walls right here would have been to ventilation to maintain airflow so that the gunpowder in here didn't get damp, and that's when it would explode. So, big old puddle. Gotta jump over. Always fun, and I am not wearing the right shoes for this. Very cool. Definitely worth seeing. So only in England will Google direct you along the narrowest, windiest farm type roads and call it the quickest way to get to a place. This has been interesting. It's all single track with passing places. It's not bad. I've been on worse, but yep, definitely on New England, farm country, very rural. Oh, alright. I think I'm ever so slightly nuts, but where we're heading down to right now is Start Point Lighthouse. It is absolutely miserable out here. I'm getting rain on the lens. I was trying to do this sideways so I wouldn't hit the lens, but anyway, Start Point Lighthouse. It's one of the most southerly lighthouses, very, very exposed on the southern coast of Devon. It was built, or it started in 1832, fully constructed in 1836, and designed by architect James Walker. It stands 28 meters or 92 feet tall, and was in operation for 150 years. Unfortunately, with the current situation, with COVID, everything's closed, so we can't go inside it, but we're gonna go at least have a look around the outside and take in the rugged rocks. At least we're also on the leeward side of the hill, so we're out of this wind just a little bit. This is fabulous, let me tell you. Actually, it is really beautiful, so yeah, it might be a little crappy out, but at least there's no tourists. It's always one benefit about coming out this time of year when there's really crappy weather. Not many other people around. Alright, here we are. We're just getting up to the lighthouse. Not a bad view from the lighthouse, I tell you. Wow. So life out here would have been pretty harsh. We're kind of getting a little bit of idea of how harsh it could be. But down below the lighthouse is where they would have kept the livestock and some of the crops that they would have grown to maintain being able to live out here. Apparently there's, I think, one of these in particular was a piggery. I'm assuming that's where they keep pigs. But this section, because it's actually more protected, would have been where they kept the animals. And as you can see, there are some sheep down here. That is quite a steep drop off and quite treacherous down there. And I've definitely seen over here some sheep that are actually down on the beach, which is actually quite impressive. So I don't think I can get them on camera just because the rain is going directly into the lens. So anyway, pretty cool. Hopefully if you guys come out here and are able to check this out, it will be open at that point. I would love to have gone outside to check it out, but unfortunately not the way it's going to be for us. But yeah, worth the half-mile walk just to have a look at that and look at the beautiful cliffs along the coastline. Absolutely stunning. I mean, even this up behind me right here. Yeah, really cool. All right, we're gonna head back. Hopefully get a little dried out, and we're gonna go and check out, I think, Wembury Beach, I think is what it's called, over towards Plymouth. This weather's supposed to die out here in the next couple of hours, but hopefully being down lower, it will be a little bit more protected. Alright, we're here at Wembury Beach, which we're heading down to here. Right behind me is the mill, Wembury Mill, and it's kind of an odd place to have a mill. It is now a cafe, but it is thought to be about 150 years old, and judging by the granite stones, it is thought that it was used to grind soft wheat. And it was in operation up until about the 1890s when it fell into disuse, and it was actually powered by a stream that ran down the valley. The stream now runs just straight out of the green field above us. But it is thought that the steel that was in it was actually melted down during World War II or World War I for munitions. But that's what the mill is for. This place actually looks like it'd be really good for rock pooling, so we're gonna go check it out and see if we can find anything without the dogs splashing through all the water to scare everything away. Woo! So how freaking epic is that rock up there? Wow, it kind of reminds me of the one that was in Harry Potter, and I think it was the 6th one, when he goes looking for the Horcruxes with Dumbledore. But weather certainly feels like that episode. Wow, this is an absolutely incredible beach. Alright guys, the rain has well and truly set in for now. It's not supposed to last for too long, but I think we're done here at Wembury. One thing I didn't mention, which I think is kind of cool, is this beach behind me, Wembury Beach, is actually the beginning of the Two Moors Way. It's where the beginning of the Two Moors Way and the southwest coastal path actually intersect. So kind of cool that this is where you start for that trail. So if you want to check it out, I'll put a link below for the Two Moors Way. So now we're gonna go find a place to camp for the night. It's about 5:30, and hopefully we can find somewhere before it gets dark up on Dartmoor. So, and tomorrow, who knows what we got planned, but I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.